computer, whatever. Oh, hello, and welcome to another scene in fuck Darkness in Dublin, over Dublin. I don't know. We've been over this before. It's just Dublin is very dark.
Yeah, it's not hard.
Shut. Look. I know what else is. Anyway, I don't even have one of those. You wish. Oh my god. Train of thought. Okay. I don't care what the fuck you guys were doing before. Everyone is at the changeling market. Because ST hand wavium, I don't care if I have to get the masked figure to just kind of show up and like, look, go to the changeling market. Because, like, I'll do it. But everyone is at the changeling market for one reason or another. If y'all want to say masked figure showed up and was like, hey, look, you should probably go to the changeling market, that's fine.
I think that we're just in there getting coffee.
Yes. Oh my god, I love coffee. I haven't had coffee in so long. I might get some tomorrow before I go to work.
Can I bring my wife to get coffee? Yay, waifu.
Yes. Your wife is probably gonna be like low-key addicted to coffee, but whatever. Oh, that wife! Oh, fuck. I just realized you were talking about Tintagle's wife. I don't know what the hell I was thinking of before. Look, if you want to bring your wife on this, that's fine.
Well, my theory is that he doesn't know there is going to be anything. He just brought her to the changeling market.
I mean, that's legit. That works.
He also brought Catherine because he wants her something large and fill her sugar so she'll stop saying it for a trouble.
Like, that has been literally the only thing that she has said to him. Like, if he even just looks at her, he just kind of, like, she just looks over at him and just kind of mouths the words, for a troll.
Is she going to stop this?
That's all she ever says now. Like, hey, Catherine, can you hand me, you know, the tongs so I can pull this piece of metal out? For a troll! It's like, thank you, Catherine, for, you know, shaping this for me. For a troll!
Okay.
She actually has developed a language out of it now, depending on kind of like the, you know, how loud she says it, you know, how quickly it means like different words. But anyway, so there's a bit of a hubbub at the changeling market currently. A group of Eshu kind of came in dragging something behind them. They were all, of course, on various chimerical mounts, but one of them had a weird buggy being hauled because, you know, they were traveling, you know, troop. And they, you know, have emerged from the dreaming because, you know, the changeling market is into dreaming and the forest is very scary. And all the things happen in the forest. On their carts, you know, besides the various instruments and, you know, foodstuffs that they've had, there's a rather large cocooned figure. Well, it's, I mean, y'all can kind of see an outline. It's just, you know, it's a cocoon. Just, you know, human big shape. It's very big. And they've brought it in, and they've kind of set it out in the middle of the changeling market in front of the guard station, because, you know, they have a small little changeling market guard. So yes, he's a clericon. He's very angry clericon, but I realized that I've only said there are 2 clericon NPCs. Like, that's all out of all the other ones. There are tons of Eshus and everything. 2 clericons. They're never ever seen. One's the stable master and the other one, you know, is the guard. But anyway, so there's a clericon outside. He's got a little bit of rosy in his cheeks because he was like, look, man, the fut, why is this out here in the middle of the thing? And the Eshu's like, I didn't know where else to put it. They're dead, but they've unlike anything I've seen before. Perhaps we should look into this and the spiders. Um, if anyone gets close, because they haven't really tried to hide the body.
Oh yeah, Byron gets like all up in there.
It seems that the SU did well. It's a mix of SU and Pixie, and like one Puka, because it's a traveling circus kind of performing thing. They've cut away at the face of the cocoon, and inside, it looks like the face of a barn owl, but it's attached to a pretty big body, which leaves it to be some, chimera. Or maybe even an undiscovered kith. Who knows? It's very weird, the dreaming is. It's very obviously dead, though. So, take that as how y'all with. Y'all may start now. Have fun. I'm done with my introduction.
Dad was going to pet his wife. Hence the wife.
That's... I'm not sure that's how that works.
He doesn't. I'm only shitting you. But Kim, I will point out. So wait, Kim, you're telling me that wives aren't like familiars? They don't require scritches?
Look, I'm not saying that. It's just... Can we fucking continue, please? God, we'll talk about, like, wives and what they may or may not need. I don't know. This is confused as the next dude on what, like, wives need. But...
Dude.
Look, bite me.
Alright, later. Detachable kind of... He's going to look at Catherine. He's going to say, are you going to be helpful and conducive to a happy atmosphere today?
Crosses her arms over her chest. For a troll.
He's going to look at her and he's going to say, Catherine Thunderbreaker, I, as your liege lord, command you not to say that again.
She grumbles something underneath her breath. It's very, very quiet, and she's kind of tall.
He will then hold up, and bear in mind, she's much taller than he is, he will then hold up a cupcake in one hand that has pink frosting, and he will have even gone to the effort of having them put in a candy pony into it. He's just going to go,
She won't look at it. She's still just kind of staring straight ahead. But she'll lift up one of her arms off of her chest and take the cupcake.
But look at the owl thing.
So far, only its face is exposed. And it looks like it's had all the fluid sucked out of it.
These damn spiders are a menace.
And this is the time for like other people to interject.
Yeah, Ziku's standing nearby. Will come over and take a closer look. Yeah, definitely weird.
Byron's looking at it, and just looking from the chutes, like, to the corpse, like, wanting to, like, cut the thread off of it so he can get a better look, but just waiting.
Blythe is mounted and keeping her distance from that apparent death.
Okay. So someone was cutting the fabric away, right? Or the silk away? Did I get that right?
Waiting for the issue to like allow him to. Like they're still talking to the guard, right?
Yes. The guard will just kind of look over and with like his hand just make a shooing motion, like get away from the body. Come on, dude. Have some respect.
Byron just sits there still, with a creepy smile on his face.
The clericant does not look pleased. Huh.
I'm having some issues, Captain.
In this city? Always. Of course, it wasn't that bad. I don't know what happened towards the last month of November, but ever since then, this place has been crazy with all the random things that have been happening. I'm gonna start going gray soon.
Well,
The issue at this point will just kind of say, I do not know what is going on with these spiders. This has been our first time in Dublin in some years. We found this cocooned individual hanging upside down from a tree. Would any of you be willing to go look into it more? I'm afraid my mom are not. Well, we are not fighters, and are ill prepared to fight anything that is able to take down whatever this creature is.
Is there like a lore check to try to figure out what the thing inside the webbing is?
Yes. You can if you. Didn't give out any chimera lore, so I guess dreaming lore would be the best next thing.
You said. Oh, I got nothing with that. Never mind then.
Yeah, if anyone has dreaming lore, they can roll it.
Dreaming lore, you say? I think I have that. Pretty sure I do, actually.
Three successes on dreaming lore, Kim.
Okay.
Would this be wits or intelligence?
Intelligence.
Okay. Difficulty of 6.
Mm-hmm.
That would be that many times. One success.
Okay. Okay. With one success, you've slightly heard of rumors of a bird folk that live in the Dreamling, though they are very rarely seen. they are very, very sentient. Extremely smart. Pretty much a very large humanoid bird. With 3 successes. They are called the Taito. They prefer to live off to themselves. They don't interact with Cathane much. Or Thalain. Really, they don't like to interact with anyone, but they are known to be very good scholars. Or very brilliant scholars, I should say.
They're called what, sorry?
The Taito. Tyto.
Is this a canonical thing or is this a Kim invention?
Leave me alone, it's a me invention.
I like it. That's why I was asking. I was wondering if it was a you thing or a book thing.
It's a me thing.
It's a good thing. I like it. In the event I die, I might want to play a wise old owl.
We can
We'll
talk
sit
that
there
over
and
when we
hoop.
get there.
He'll lean back and he'll say, "This is a Taito," for the record. Interesting. If one is dead... Ooh. Kim, you say that they were scholars.
Yes. And they really didn't like to leave their mountain ranges. Which is odd to see one, in the forest.
That means that there might be a library of lore that is sitting without an owner.
Yes, or the possibility that the Taito are missing one of their own who was sent out on a lore-seeking mission. Or any number of things, who knows?
He's going to point at the Chloricon and he's going to say, "Captain, please cut the entity out of the cocoon."
Just kind of rolls his eyes. But he will take his sword and will slowly begin cutting the silk away. It does take a while. Thankfully, the silk is kind of dried, though, so it's not sticky. Much more fibrous. It does take a little while, though. But eventually, the cocoon is kind of pushed away, and the figure inside is still there. It doesn't really look... It's hard to tell where it's been drained, simply because it's feathered, and they were pretty much sanguinated, like all of their fluids were sucked out, so it was done through like little bitty holes where the mandibles bit in, so you can't really see an entry. You can't really see a wound. The creature is wearing golden robes, golden brownish white robes, very mottled kind of look. It matches with his feathers. Or their feathers. It's kind of hard to tell because it's, owl person. They don't really got titties. So, yeah. They do have wings, though. And the robe is very similar to their wings. It looks like a barn owl. Pretty much. If it was, bipedal. Okay, well, technically, it is bipedal. Look, if it was bigger. It does have a satchel as well.
Tintato really doesn't want to get his hands dirty because he's like,
I'm a
so
she.
he's going to say, "Little child, please retrieve the satchel for me."
Byron at
Zeke
this point
will,
is going to put his hands on the owl and start lifting feathers. He's going to look to see where it was exsanguinated from. Try to guesstimate how big of fangs were used to drain it.
Zeke is going to retrieve the satchel.
Okay. It's going to take a while because birds have a lot of feathers, and it's kind of hard to really get through all of the down and their feathers to actually see their skin. It actually gets to the point where you have to begin plucking feathers simply because, as someone who owns some of the little motherfuckers, you really can't see their skin.
I'm just looking. Wouldn't, if it was exsanguinated, wouldn't it have little blood spots on the down though?
You're assuming
From
these
a big
spiders are
spider?
messy eaters.
I am.
They aren't.
Okay, so it's not like a hunting spider then.
But yeah,
When he's handed the satchel, Tatajo's going to kind of kneel down so that he'll motion for Zeke to come down so that they can spread the contents on the ground and have a proper look at them. He's going to pop open the satchel and have the instruments inside.
Okay. Inside of the satchel are a couple scrolls, a closed inkwell, a quill, which looks to be made out of the feather of a. It's a white feather. Yeah, there's scrolls, inkwell, feather, a large leather-bound, possibly leather-bound book. It's definitely a book that might be leather. Very hard to tell. We're gonna call it leather for now. And then there is, there's a locket as well.
There's a what, sorry?
There is also a locket.
Okay. Before we poke anything really, violently, as it were, let's perception cannon.
Yep.
See if there's magic.
yeah, I'll do the same. So,
Kim, what do my elven eyes see? If my specialty and my visual in my eyes applies, that's 5 successes. If it doesn't, that's 4 successes.
Okay.
yeah, and I only got one.
You'll both see shit. Nothing's enchanted.
In that case, he's going to pop open the locket to have a look and see what's inside.
And Zeke will look at the book.
Okay. The book is... it's bound. It's locked, actually. So it's going to take a little bit to get into that. It's not magical, though. It's just a lock. It looks to be a riddle. Possibly a riddle. You can't really tell. You can't read the language.
Yeah, he's just he's going to look over at Tangle and just indicate to his bag and slip the book in there for the moment, unless he really wants it at the moment.
He's going to look inside the locket.
Yep. And in the locket is, well, a painted family picture. Yay! And by family picture, you can only assume that this is a family picture. It looks like one of those stereotypical kind of old Victorian portraits, except on a much smaller level because it's a locket. You have the individual that's currently cocooned, another of the Taito that what looks like a snowy owl.
Kim, are there
There are owlets. Literally owlets. They don't have any of their feathers in, They're each holding 2 of these little owlets.
Fuck.
And so they have, their little gray down in, and they look like little bitty dust bunnies.
Oh my god.
Because
I've gotta kill whatever killed this thing. Oh god.
owlets are adorable.
We have the body, and it is obviously dead. I'm going to ask a really weird question.
Oh god. I loathe those things from you, but let me hear it.
How dead is dead?
Yes!
As in, we're changelings. How reversible is death?
It is dead. All of its internal organs were liquefied. And then the juices were all sucked up because spiders!
He's going to cast blockage and he's going to say, when I find Kincaid again, I will beat him to death with my bare hands. Fuck. He's going to start looking at him. His actual concern is that this person could be important. I mean, question, how nice are his clothes?
They were very nice.
Fuck, of course.
Okay, so we're gonna take a little pause right there. So, how Blythe doing? Where is Blythe?
Blythe is there. She's just, she may be a Reaper, but she does not enjoy death, so she is not all up in that business with the other morose motherfuckers.
What does Eshu doesn't realize that? All I know is it's, Headless Horsemen, perhaps they're good at killing.
Yes.
So the Eshu will kind of... She will walk up. She will kind of, look Blythe over very obvious. Slightly incline her head and say, Do you mind going and searching for whatever did this?
She'll pull out her phone and start tapping. We'll hit play and said, whatever did this is a threat to everyone, so I do not mind going after it. I do object to the corpse being pawed through.
They nod their head. And say, Thank you. If you require anything, I will do my best to make sure you have it before you go on this journey.
Blythe will tap, 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 play. I could go for a spot of tea, actually.
They'll smile and say, it's a good thing I have a companion who is very adept at making tea.
Tap, 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 lead the way.
And they will walk over to the cart and tea will be made.
As soon as the tea's ready, Blythe will drink it down, and then is going to begin using Will the Wisp, or not Will the Wisp, what is it? Art called again? You say 2.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah. Well, I know it's called something else, I just can't remember what it's called.
Yes.
Okay. So she is using the leaves at the bottom of the cup to properly orient herself, i.e. using a bunk or Seer's Wisp, to the dead person, not to the dead person, but to the art of her art, so to speak. She is going to tap into her phone at the same time, hit play, and is going to say, and what's going to play is going to be Wisp of seeing, wisp of knowing, who follows where the wind is blowing. Find the monster so accursed, it took this life and made it worse. find the creature that killed the owl and let all hear its dying howl. And is going to roll. What is it? Is it Fey Realm or?
Yes, that would be Fey Realm.
Alright, so that's 7 dice, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. What's my difficulty?
5.
5. Only 2 successes because fucking ones.
I mean, look, with 2 successes, it's there for like it's either 2 days or 2 hours, but shit, either way, it gets the job done. Okay. So, guys, y'all were talking, getting looking through the bag and everything. A couple minutes has passed, so if you guys want to go through the scrolls or anything while I was drinking tea before all of that happens, just let me know.
Okay, yeah, no, Tactical will open the scrolls and start to read.
And it's a very odd language that you are unable to read.
Okay, Tactical will turn on naming 1 and start to read.
Okay, rolled it both. Rolls a dice. Sorry, I'm trying to look up names because Lord knows y'all gonna be like, what's this person's name? So I'm just like, I found a good name.
For his bunk for this, he's going to write the name of the owl's race, then he's going to write it backwards, and then he's going to fold the piece of paper up, and he's going to press it to his heart before he lights it on fire.
Okay. That'll be a minus... 2. So your diff would be 5.
Cool, and I'm going to spend that proverbial willpower.
Have you been keeping track?
I beg your pardon?
Have you been keeping track of your willpower? Because last time we were here, you were like 0.
Yeah, no, but he zeroed out when he had the duel. However, that was at least 4 or 5 days ago, and you were getting willpower a day.
Just be sure to keep track of it, and like time is fucking weird for me, so it's not like I would be able to remember that. So I mean, we all know how I am with time.
It's true. It was a little while ago.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Right, so
like it.
Anyway. He will tap on his. And he will be able to read all of the documents.
Yes.
Naming 1 is like the best utility book for anything. It's just like, oh, do you have a secret code? I can read that. Do you have like an obscure language? I can understand that.
Yes, I know. There's a big NPC that was here a while ago who had naming and no one fucking realized it. They just thought he was, like, hella intelligent when it came to, like, naming shit. Okay. The letter reads out. Dear Abara, I write this letter to you mainly to keep myself occupied as I wander through these woods. How much I dearly wish I was home with you and our children, our little owlets. No doubt they... ... No doubt they will grow up quite strong and worthy as their mother is. How I wish I was there to watch their first flight with you. Unfortunately, this draws me away, and I must go. I hope I can find what is needed. I don't even dare write about it, in case others read this. I don't know what is going on, but there are so many spiders around. They are small for now and easily brushed away, but I do not know for how long I am able to do this. Either way, please keep me in your heart as I keep you in mine. Until we next meet again, your love, Cathar.
He will roll up the scroll and he will sigh deeply, and he will say, "Well, on the bright side of it, at least have a name for this gentleman. Is it Pafar? Yeah. Or Cathar?
Cathar.
Cathar. Okay. He will say, he'll kind of hold out his hand for Zeke to pass him the book.
Sorry, I missed that.
He holds out his hand for Zeke to pass him the book because he's just done reading the scroll.
He'll hand the book and take the scroll and put it in the bag for the moment.
Did you say there was some kind of lock on the book, Kim?
Yes.
Okay. What does it? Because I can now read it if it's a cipher or a riddle. So what does it say?
Mm-hmm. Hold on. Because it's a riddle.
Is this a middle finger, Kim, for last night?
It might fucking be.
I got a question.
Can I roll my enigmas?
I've got a question. It is just a lock, correct? Like a padlock?
No, this, it's very odd. It's not magical, but they've done something with this book to where the riddle is... The book is held by a chain, or not a chain, but like a leather strap. But it's very odd, because the book is made out of leather. The strap is actually... It is completely connected, not like sewn in, but completely connected. And it looks to be all one piece, the binding and this leather strap that connects the, the two... Oh, God. Can't remember what are those called now.
Connects the thingy to the thingy.
So what you're saying is I couldn't just bite at it and open the book.
You would bite like half the book.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Hold on. Almost got it. There are actually 2 riddles on this book.
Is this giant middle finger for last night?
It might be, but no, I had planned this particular section long before last night, even though fuck you and your enigmas. So the first riddle is, turn us on our backs and open our stomachs. You will be the wisest of men, though at the start a lummox. What am I?
A book.
The letters shimmer for a moment, and then that sentence will disappear. Then the other one is, what is something that fades and go over time, but some of its residue will always remain?
Knowledge?
It doesn't open.
Okay.
Memory.
The words will shimmer again and disappear, and the lock, or the strap, which previously looked completely attached to the front cover, just falls to the side.
Tintagel will kind of brush the book, and then he'll open the front cover.
Written on the inside, it says... Ooh, hold on. Oh, my bad. Okay. It says, the collected lore of the various kiths of the Kithane by Cathar. At the bottom. By Cathar is immediately at the bottom.
Tintagel sighs deeply again, and he'll say, I will investigate this later. He'll hand the book to Zeke, and he'll, before he stands up, kind of brushes himself off. He's going to put the golden locket in his own belt pouch to keep it safe. So there was the locket, there was the letter, and there was the book, and there was the quill. Oh, you said that the quill was made of an interesting feather. I saw his family portrait. Was the quill the same color as his wife's plumage?
Yes, actually. The feather was white, and her feathers were also white. She was a snowy owl.
Okay.
And snowy owl females.
He'll assume that that's the case, so he'll put the other effects together. He'll crack the ink to smell it to see if it's still good ink.
Yeah, it's still pretty good. There were also 3 scrolls. You read one of them. Okay. The other 2 were pretty much to the same effect as the first one. At least one of them was. The second one, it was pretty much the same premise, but at the end, it stated, the spiders are getting larger and larger. I know not what to do. I have noticed that they are venomous. And as they look at me as I travel through these woods, the venom drips and drips and drips from their fangs. I dread going to sleep, but I realize that I must, for I cannot continue through these woods tired. Oh, I wish I had decided to take a guard with me.
Oh, balls. He was important if he can just easily say I should have put a guard.
And then the second letter. The second letter was, it looks like a very royal decree.
Oh, crap.
It says, whoever, no, okay. It actually starts off with, Dear King Bram.
Which king is that?
That is the King of Leinster.
Oh, shit nuggets.
It says, I hope this letter finds you well. I have sent it with one of my most trusted advisors, a very honorable owl by the name of Cathar. You can trust him with anything that you wish. He has been in my service for years and years, and never once has he made a mistake or has given me any reason to break my trust with him. As to the letter that was sent to me earlier, asking for information and knowledge on the northern parts of the Dreaming in a Land which you call Ulster, I do have some. I have entrusted it to Cathar. He has memorized it, for I do not trust it to go on paper, especially if times are as dire as you claim they are, with a war going on. I do not wish for my people to be brought into this war. We have lived a good, peaceful, and neutral life. Yours truly, Pyros. Or Pyros. You know, we're just gonna fucking call it Pyros.
Does he give a title for himself? Does he just call himself Pyrus?
Yeah, there is a title. Title. All it does is it says High Scholar, but you don't really know enough about the Tytos to really see where that's at on the scale.
You will see. You will see Tachel's face, kind of. You know how Tachel learned to emote again? I'm pretty sure he learned to emote just to be angry at life. He will sigh deeply and he'll roll up the scroll and he'll turn to Zeke and he's going to say, "Quiet little child, I require you to find me a coffin suitable for Pafar here. I also require that you rent some kind of. I also require that you rent some kind of.
I'm having a hard time hearing you.
You've gotten too far away from your mic again.
Oh, my apologies. He will say, "Quiet little child, I require that you find some kind of box, a coffin suitable for Pafar here, and also rent some kind of chimerical. And also rent some kind of wagon and means to pull it."
Okay. Actually, I have a question for you, Kim. Would my mount happen to be ready yet?
Kim.
Sir Tagil, was it?
He'll kind of look up from his conversation with Zeke and he'll say, "Count Tintagel."
If you wish the owl who gave that white feather found, I can find them, but I will need the feather itself.
This has become far more complicated than simply returning a dead body. This is an emissary sent to King Brown on behalf of his rulership. This has become far more complicated.
Just so you know, Evan, Zeke has run off to do what you say. I just need Kim's response.
Yeah, that's fine. He'll say, "In all honesty, I don't know." Oh, sorry, Kim is back now.
Yeah, it's alive. It's not very happy. It lives a very tormented existence, rusting apart, but yes, it moves.
Okay. Zeke will go and get a box or rent a box big enough to be a coffin for the owl and a cart, if that's findable.
Mm-hmm.
And then he will get his mount and bring the cart and the box along with the mount.
Parts of it are falling off because the weight limit has been increased and it's made out of rust and scrap metal, but It's there.
I will repair it later on.
Tintagel is going to sigh very deeply as he turns to the captain of the whatchamacallit guard, and he's going to say, Captain, in accordance with what I have seen here and in accordance with information that I possess, he will say, I must take this individual, he will denote the body, and this letter immediately to King Bran, lest more diplomatic incidents continue to follow. In the meantime, as it pertains to his murder, the Red Camp known as Kincaid should be held until such time as his guilt or innocence can be ascertained. I believe he is also responsible for the spider epidemic. You will hold him if you find him, and I would ask that you inform the Duke of this immediately.
Of course, Your Excellency.
You can. Tintagel kind of looks done with the day. It's like, well, it's.
Mm-hmm. And by this time, Blythe, your Will-o'-the-Wisp, all of that stuff is now done. Sorry, that took a little longer than expected. But your Will-o'-the-Wisp buddy is here, and it looks, as happy as a Will-o'-the-Wisp can look.
Is the will starting to go off?
Indeed.
Blythe is going to follow it.
Okay, guys, y'all see Blythe going away. Following the Will-o'-the-Wisp.
Bye, Blythe.
I have no wants to meet a king, so I'm gonna follow after Blythe.
Oh boy, we're gonna fucking split the party today. That's what you guys are gonna do to me. Okay.
Hey, this is something that Blythe did not know was going on and has not been told about.
Will it be substantially easier for you if we just keep together and, myself and anyone who's interested in escorting the body later can go and meet King Bram?
Nah, I fucking got this. It's gonna be a fucking trip.
Look,
Nice.
just let me know if I need to start making Saint Martha, okay?
Might not be that bad. You never know.
Yeah, that's true.
Also, I'm sorry, Marcus, but you killed an owl. I like owls. I really like owls.
Kincaid didn't kill the owl.
He gave the ability to the spiders to kill the owl.
No, these spiders would have killed the owl regardless. In fact, the coin hasn't even been used, but,
Well, in that case, I've just
Tintagel doesn't know that.
I was going to say, Kim, in that case, I've just thrown him under the bus for no reason.
Yes. And the Duke's gonna have words about that later. Because...
It's fine. I'm more than willing to fight him in a trial by combat to prove I'm right.
You ain't gonna stab him with his own fucking sword this time. Fucking sovereign that
this
shit
time
down.
because well, no, Kim, bear in mind, I am a noble, and I have accused a commoner of something, meaning I am automatically right.
We'll fucking see about that. Oh my god, when your DNA gets damaged by ultraviolet radiation. The sacred... I fucking hate science jokes. I love them.
Science!
Yes, I just saw the same thing in side chat. Clarity's just gonna say very quietly, I don't really like it. All I hear are its pain screams.
Blythe will calmly pat her horse as they ride away from that thing.
Because it...
I tell you what, Kim, if we could do the going to drop off the dead owl another evening, because it's once again coming up to 6 in the morning, so to tangibly like use himself.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. That can happen tomorrow. I get off work at about 4:30. I say about 4:30, but that's when I'm scheduled to get off. So I'll get home at like 4:45.
No worries, we'll do it tomorrow. All right, I'll talk to you guys later.
Goodbye.
Night.
Yeah, and well, Zeke, I'll head off too because Zeke will be bringing the body with to Tadgel. So
Okay.
cool. Yeah, he's going to. Yeah, I'll PM you what I'm going to do next week with the map because it does bug him.
Okay. Okay. So Blythe's Will-o'-the-Wisp was summoned to go find the spiders, correct?
Whoever was responsible for the death of Beaky McAlface.
I like that Beaky McAlface.
Okay. So once again, it leads you off towards the woods. The lovely, 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 lovely woods. Oh, there goes my scissors. It leads you rather deeply into the woods as well. And these are woods that weren't really here previously. But then again, the dreaming changes up quite a lot. And time and space and everything is really weird because it's the dreaming. And I hate dreaming physics, but at the same time, I love them. Because I can do so much bullshittery with dreaming physics. You guys begin heading into a very extremely unsettling part of the forest. If anyone's ever seen The Hobbit, it's very similar to when they went into the forest and it was dark and no one could see anything and there were just cobwebs and spider webs everywhere.
Do have night sight, by the way, and danger sense.
Okay.
I have danger sense and gut instinct.
Yes. I know.
We might not get you.
What Blythe is going to do is she is going to form the Mordred armor, and then she's going to set her head on her stump, and is going to encase it in a gorget to keep her head from basically toppling off. Which is actually a highly uncomfortable thing for Dullahan to have to do, but she knows she has to do this. She is then going to form the mist into a poleaxe.
Okay.
And continue following the wisp.
Byron is going to put on his gauntlets and kind of hurry up to catch up to the Dullahan. And like be sniffing the air around him and just looking around.
Okay. Hold on, looking for something. Where'd it go? Ah, there it is. Okay, good. So, as I said, it's very dark. Blythe can see what's going on, and the fact it's just spider webs and cocoons and more spider webs and cocoons. And the Will-o'-the-Wisp is happily going about it. It provides a small modicum of light, but really not enough to do much. For those without night sight, welcome to +2 Diff Town.
Yeah, that sucks.
When it suddenly stops, It twirls around for a moment. You know, the whole indication of, okay, I've led you here, and then it disappears.
Blythe is going to dismount and look around, and mentally, to clarity, she's going to say, if this turns into a fight, I want you to run.
We'll see about that.
I can't risk you being injured.
And I can't really risk you being injured either.
She's just going to mentally sigh. Why do you have my stubborn personality?
I don't know. Could it be because we're linked?
Just a smile over that face of hers. Well, do what you can to keep safe, okay? If you have to stomp some spiders, please do.
I will certainly do so. Of course. So, does Blythe look up?
Can Blythe look up?
Your mic is muted, Brett.
Oh, sorry. I was coughing. She can tilt her back backwards to look up.
That's a big ass spider. Just looking down at you guys.
Blythe is going to call up. Did you kill the owl creature?
At which point,
Actually, no. No, she
she's
can't do
gonna
that. She's
look
going
up.
to pull her cell phone, tap, 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 hit play. Did you kill the owl creature?
Perhaps. Perhaps I did. Perhaps I didn't.
Is it bad that the only thing I want to ask the spider was, is it yummy?
Yes, that's very bad. Oh, by the way, just so you know, I have the bell, I have the coin, and I have the sachet still in my bodice.
Oh, you
Granted,
still
I
got
can't. What?
Hmm?
I said I have the bell and the coin in my bag, and I have the sachet in my bodice.
Still got the bag in your shirt. Okay.
Mhm.
It doesn't feel all that bad considering it's fine. Oh, wait, and then ooh, you probably got a little bit of a rash between your titties, which is unpleasant.
Chimerical or actual?
Both because it happened in the dreaming and it's still in the dreaming.
Okay. She'll remind her. She'll make a note to get an ointment later.
Yep.
If she survives this.
It's not gonna be that bad. Oh, wait. Y'all wanna roll me? Perk alert.
Yep.
Because y'all have that danger sense shit.
5 dice. I'm gonna spend a willpower on this because this is not something I need to miss. Standard diff.
I gotta remember where gut instinct was. I don't think it was
Standard diff
physical.
or higher diff, Kim?
The remoteness of the danger. Y'all can roll it at diff 4.
Okay. Oh, he has to roll at diff 6 because he doesn't have night sight. 4
That too.
successes.
Sorry, Discord is being slow. Alright, so mine will be at diff 6. 2 successes. I rolled a 7 and a 10.
Okay.
Tell me I wrote down the page. I didn't write down the page number for that.
Okay. With... Yeah, there's a hella big sense of foreboding. With 2 successes. With 4 successes... Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's coming from, like, all around you, not just up. As your danger sense ticks off.
Are you going to keep eating Faye?
We eat what we want, especially if it comes through our lands.
Mental thought to clarity. Aren't you glad I made you watch Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets?
I still think that was a crappy movie.
Blythe is going to reach into her backpack and she's going to pull out the coin. I'm going to give you an option to live here peacefully and only eat things with non-sentience. What do you say?
We eat what we wish, especially those who come into our domain.
Blythe is going to crack the coin and she is going to tap, 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 tap as quick as she can. Her thumb has never moved this fast. She is going to hit play and it's going to say, I wish that whatever caused these creatures to become like this be turned backwards and never happen.
So, mask face will appear. Blythe can see them just kind of ever so slightly tilt their head to the side. And then there is a pause. And then they will turn to look at Blythe and say, I cannot go back and remove nightmares.
Blythe will then tap, 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 play. Did I just waste my wish?
I am feeling generous today. You may ask one other question. Or wish.
I wish all the spiders that were causing trouble in this world. Sorry. I wish tap play. I wish these spiders and all others that were causing trouble within the kingdom were dead. Is that a banality trigger for me, by the way? Or is that an unravel trigger for me, by the way?
You go ahead. Okay. 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 Okay.
Are these spiders considered commoners?
Give me a moment. Okay. 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 Okay, Blythe. Hmm. ahead, roll me into enigmas.
I have 1 dot in that. So it's 4 dice roll.
I'm gonna give it to you at difficulty 5 because it's slightly obvious.
1 success.
Okay. Okay. You kind of get the feeling that you hella weren't specific at all. You just said, kill the spiders and anything else in this kingdom that is causing trouble. You never, ever specified, A, the kind of trouble, B, the other creatures. And considering this, you don't know what the fuck this masked creature is. It could consider any kind of trouble being anything from, stealing an apple, which a lot of the, homeless child or puka, or, any kind of the child or Cathane do.
Can I expend a willpower to understand that before I make the wish?
Yes.
Okay.
We will
Good,
fucking
I
allow
don't
that. Because that would also mean like half of the fucking menu is dead.
I haven't done anything yet. I would like
It's
it
such a-
noted.
It's such a Will Burgess moment for me at that point. I can't. You must be thinking like, my God, what a fuck up.
Like 10 out of 10, like 9 out of 10 almost was just like, okay, like everybody in this kingdom is dead. But I was like, I don't want to start all over again.
Blythe will simply, in response to being offered her wish back, will say, may I please make this at another time? I think I'm about to enter a fight.
You could wish for all of these spiders to die.
All of these spiders, but what about the other ones out there? You think this is the only one?
No. But do you want to kill sentient creatures that haven't attacked you yet? These things are attacking us.
Dear boy, they're going to attack us. At which point I will be able to defend myself.
This is true.
You broke my coin, and I have arrived. I was doing something rather important. So my generosity will only go so far.
My apologies then.
You have one wish. And it is best you use it before I leave.
Blythe will then...
You could wish us immune to spider poison.
She's gonna like move her head or her shoulders, just suggest no, that won't work. Tap 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 tap. Play. I wish all the spiders causing trouble within this domain, including these above us, are dead. Does that need me to trigger? Like, does that make sense?
Yes, that is a lot of fucking triggers right there.
Should I just unravel and get it over with?
No? Just go ahead and do it once.
But what I also mean is, does that need me to trigger another int enigmas to make sure I didn't fuck it up?
Look, you already said it.
Yeah, that's true. All right.
I only allowed it that last time because I was like, look, that is like all of the players just dead.
Okay. So I roll my glamour or my banality?
You roll your permanent glamour difficulty 8. You like have to message everybody and change the chat. Be like, Lamau guys, roll up new characters, all of you. You all get complete and full rollover though.
Oh my God.
Sorry,
This
not
is-
sorry.
I'm never gonna have another success like this again. 3 successes on my banality trigger.
Yeah, you good.
So Blythe's heart's actually gonna stop for a moment as she just realized what she did. And Clarity is going to feel this immense sense of shock and shame run through her. As Blythe just violated what it means to be a Dillahan.
So, And then
I'm just glad that these aren't whatchamacallits commoners.
in the blink of an eye, you don't really know how I'm gonna do this because gosh darn it, I am slightly theatrical. So for this theatrical purpose, Blythe's head has been instantly moved back onto her head, or to her shoulders.
No, it's on there because of the gorget.
Oh, okay. I thought it was somewhere else. Okay, sweet then.
No, it's why I meant she is so uncomfortable for her, because this is not what's meant for a Dullahan, but it's the best way to fight a bunch of foes at once.
Beautiful. Okay, so masked face will reach out, the gauntleted hand, and do that whole like creepy fucking thing where they will gently cup Blythe's cheek in its hand, and its thumb will run across her cheekbone as
So
they
he's reaching
whisper.
through the mist.
Yes.
Oh, that's even more creepy, considering the power of that artifact. I mean, treasure. Yeah.
Look, I'm not saying that this is a certain me, but I mean all I'm saying is this is a certain me.
Yeah.
But
Got
we
it.
ain't gonna
I
get
gotcha. I gotcha.
into and they will then simply whisper in its layered voice, I hope you sleep well at night, knowing exactly the amount of death you have caused. Dullahan. There is
There's
a
going to be tears just streaming from her eyes inside her helmet right now.
there's a deathly silence that goes through all of the forest. There used to be at least, a little bit of noise, something as these spiders scurried around. There is nothing, for not even the wind dares to blow right now. And in that moment, the figure disappears once again. And then another second of silence for the loud thump, 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 thump
I'm
as
pushing.
all of the spiders in this forest
Start crashing
fall.
down. I push Blythe out of the way and dive myself because there was a spider right over our head.
Mm-hmm.
Every time that there is that thumping sound, she shakes. Like, practically convulses. And when you push her out of the way, with Clarity will follow, of course, because Clarity's an intelligent chimera. When you push her out of the way, the armor and the weapon will just evaporate into mist, and her head will fall off onto the ground. Still crying tears, by the way.
Oh, by the way, that gauntlet was like ice when it touched.
So even colder than the mist and the aura of death that surrounds her. Nice. Okay.
This was like the coldest thing. It was so cold that when it touched her cheek, it felt like her cheek was on fire because it was that level of cold. Which, fun fact, that's when a lot of people die from hypothermia. They're found naked because they get intensely, intensely hot right before they die. And that's why they think they're rape victims. But no, it's just hypothermia.
Extreme hypothermia, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, so she will have, it didn't touch her cheek long enough to cause, her skin to blacken as frostbite happen, but there is definitely the outline of a hand.
It's probably showing, her skin is like alabaster when in her chimerical form, so I'm sure it's showing up very visibly.
Yeah, it's just the red outline of the hand. And it takes a couple of seconds as all of the spiders just die.
As they're falling, he's gonna pull his gauntlets out and put them back in the bag, and just kind of pick Blythe up and put her bodily on the horse. Gently pick her head up and put that in her lap, and just look at the horse.
Mark that willpower expenditure.
Yes, because I have to spend a willpower to take it off without rolling. So, there. And here I thought we were all going to die.
Blythe is still just shaking. As a matter of fact, Clarity's having a hard time connecting to Blythe, like getting anything out of Blythe right now.
I feel like there should be some kind of like mental flaw you get after that, but I'll look at that later.
PTSD, easily. She just committed what almost amounts to genocide.
There wasn't no almost about it.
Yeah.
Nah, yeah, never mind then. Yeah, you're right.
And this is from a person who will not hasten death, who has promised never to hasten somebody's death.
Oh my god, for once I'm actually the one giving out the derangements. Ha ha, how the tables have turned. Looks at Tony and like her bazillion.
At least Blythe didn't open up a book. Everybody said, don't look. And
Look, Tony did it. But yes, Clarity is very scared. She's doing that kind of prancing,
horse
neighing.
thing?
Yeah, that horses do when they get nervous. Because, damn, horses are nervous fucking creatures.
I don't have animal kin or really good diplomacy, but he's going to grab the reins and just look. And he doesn't know it's Chimera, so he's just like, shh, it's okay. We don't want to.
actually, you know, it's a
rock your
Chimera.
master too much.
It has no head.
Oh, never mind. That's not creepy as sin. Just looks at the headless horse. All right, we don't need to rock your master too much. Your mistress, rather, too much. We can do this. Everything that all of these spiders are dead now. We can walk out of here. As he looks at the giant spider. Cam, how big is the fang on that spider?
Damn.
Like, big enough for me to, like, make a dagger out of for funsies?
Yes.
He's gonna walk over, snap one of the fangs off. Put that in his bag, too. Look at Blythe and shake his head instead of taking both of them. Alright. You just did a good thing, but it's gonna hurt and it's gonna suck. Killing's never easy. No matter how many people you kill, no matter what the circumstances, it never gets any easier.
Blythe is actually going to try to talk, and like her lips are moving, but nothing is coming out of it.
I know, just let one soldier help another and get back home. We can do this. And he's gonna like slowly walk his way out of the forest, the best that he can, being semi-blind here. It's alright.
Hey, Blythe.
Yeah.
Crunch. Crunch. Crunch.
And she just shudders with every crunch as Clarity trots out.
As the group emerges, they do step on the thousands and thousands of spiders. Some of them were rather large, others were just spiderlings. And for a moment, as they all fell out of their trees, it sounded like rain. but now everything is settled. But there's just the sickening crunch, crunch, crunch as the group makes their way out of the forest. It sounds almost like walking on leaves. Which, oh, I know exactly. Yes. Okay. Anyway, which makes it that much worse for Blythe when they emerge out of the dark forested area where the spiders dwelled and began heading back towards the Changeling Market, where more dead leaves were found. Even though there were not any spiders, there was still that crunch, crunch, crunch as they walked through the dead leaves of this forest. Eventually, the group makes it back out of the forest. Nothing had dared speak a word, for even the Chimera, in their non-sentience, knew what just happened. One of the apex predators had, well, essentially been completely wiped out. No doubt that would have something to do later on with the food web chain thing. But off in the distance, about half a mile away, was the Changeling Market. And then something behind the group cleared its throat.
Byron snarls like this nasty howling sound that is like the cold wind in winter, as he just turns around and keeps the chimerical horse and the very, very crushed soldier between himself, or keeps himself between her and the voice.
Behind is what looks similar to the Taito, but instead of being any kind of owl, it instead resembles an eagle. And it will stand there. Unlike the other one, which wore robes, this one seems to be wearing more of a uniform, almost. Of course, there are lightweight pants made of chainmail. Well, okay, there's chainmail over the pants. These kind of light cloth pants, because everything has to, of course, be light so they can continue flying. It has a light metal armor almost over its wings. Not completely over the wings. It doesn't go over the primary flight feathers. It instead just covers, I don't really know bird anatomy all that well. Kind of like the top of the feather. Or not
Covers
the top
the
of the feather.
spans.
Yes. And it's got a little circlet on its head. And a chest piece also made of light chainmail. Its talons look hella sharp.
So do Byron's teeth.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, falcon claws of this humanoid species are much bigger than red-cap teeth.
Oh, very much so. But he's not backing down like one iota.
Not backing down either. It just looks really fucking curious.
What do you want?
If birds could lift eyebrows, they would be doing so right now. But birds don't have eyebrows. Except for that one little species that looks like it has eyebrows. And albatrosses, which have, like, on fleek makeup. I don't know how they do their wings for their eyeliner. But anyway, enough about birds and their amazing makeup skills. We'll just kind of say, to speak But it seems that you are one of those unpleasant folk. So never mind then. I will continue on my way.
I am sorry you just startled me. We have just been through a very trying existence.
Yes, I saw your friend there with the spiders. Looks over at Blythe. Looks back.
Blythe is not moving.
She is hurt inwards as he points like to his own, like as he points at his head. She will need time to recover, as many soldiers do. What is it you wish to speak of? And he like lowers his hands, and he's not like growling with like open mouth now. He's just kind of talking, but he does not let the owl get between him and Blythe.
First off, it's not an owl.
I'm sorry, I keep calling an owl. My apologies, an eagle.
It looks...
Eagle.
More specifically, it looks like a... Oh, where's the eagle I'm trying to look for? Fuck. Where'd it go? I can't remember it. I'm sad. Damn it. Or was that a hawk? Oh shit, the one I'm thinking of was a hawk. Fuck it. You know what? This is a crowned eagle. They look hella scary and mean. This'll do. Because eagles, man. Birds in general. And they have like just big ass talons. It will simply say, I am looking for someone.
Would it happen to be an owl, about yay tall, wearing a robe? Its name escapes me. I wasn't paying attention. I am sorry, but the owl in question, owl person, is dead, killed and eaten by spiders.
I see. His wife will not be pleased.
Blythe shudders and her lips move, but no sound comes out.
The snowy owl, yes. We saw a picture in a locket. He is being taken care of now and taken to the king, I believe. And then he kind of like points towards like where the king would be, that direction.
If he is dead, then he needs to be returned home immediately.
That would be correct. They merely put him in a box to make it easier for him to be carried back to wherever.
It's really hard to tell facial features on an owl or on an eagle. He just it always
looks
looks
pissed.
mad. Yeah, he just looks pissed. But now he looks even more pissed. And that he looked even more pissed after he said we put him in a box.
I am sorry. I do not know the burial rituals of your kind. Nor did I think it was my place to gainsay one of the Shi nobility in the midst of a large crowd. They tend to get very fussy when you talk down to them of their own stupidity.
He simply nods his head. Takes a few steps to get out from underneath the trees. And then starts flying off.
He just kind of watches the bird go by and just shakes his head. There are new things under the sun every day. And then he walks back to the horse and grabs like the I don't even know how it would have brains or bridle.
He actually does have reins, but it's around the base of his. It's more attached to the saddle than anything.
Well, he'll grab up that rein, and he's just like this scraping of stone on stone as he's moving. Come then, let us find you some place safe to stay. Soldiers shouldn't be left like this. Shouldn't be left like this at all.
One mental thought's going to go from Blythe to Clarity, and it's going to be a very meek home.
Okay. So, Clarity will do their best without a head to try and shake the reins out of the red cap's hands.
I mean, Clarity is smart. He could move his neck in front of Byron, then shake it back and forth like shaking head no, and then motion off like he knows where to go.
Which is pretty much what she was doing.
Oh, okay.
Then he's just gonna.
He or she? Do we?
Clarity's a chick. We need more chicks.
Okay, Clarity's definitely a chick then. Okay.
He's just gonna grab a hold of the reins now and be kind of led with the horse, as he's the one being led, to make sure that Blythe doesn't fall off or anyone assault her along the way.
Yep. Y'all make it there without anyone stopping. You guys.
So once we get clear of the dreaming, you'll notice that Clarity's her physical form is actually 2005 Harley Night Train.
Byron approves. He very much approves.
Yeah. At which point, I think by now she's probably cognizant enough she can tap on her button, tap on her phone and say, Clarity knows the way home. Thank you for helping, but I must go on my own now.
Are you sure? I have known soldiers to do rash things after battle.
Tap, 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 play. I will be troubled for a long time, but my duty as Dullahan remains. I cannot, I should not, I shall not, I cannot hasten death. Tap, 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 play. You've seen tonight the price for betraying what I am.
Oh, I know that price. But here, take this. Because they're out of the dreaming, and he just hands over a business card with a motorcycle shop on it. Stop by anytime. You're a soldier now. Be good to talk to you.
Blythe will take it and tuck it into her jumpsuit, because she's wearing full black riding leathers in her mortal form, and she will tap on her phone and say, "I've always been a soldier, but a soldier for peace. I feel I have betrayed that tonight."
That is one of the things that you'll learn. Fighting for peace is still fighting. And it hurts every single time.
There will be a nod of her chimerical head and a nod of her real head. And tap, 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 play. Be safe on your way home.
Go in peace. And be
And
welcome in my home.
Blythe will nod both her heads again, and then will lean down and she will hug Clarity, so Clarity knows that she can take off at full speed.
And Zago.
Byron's gonna head back into the dreaming after watching her go, and it's just gonna go back to the Warrens and drink himself stupid. Because now his own PTSD is going to start kicking in. Because he just witnessed a whole lot of sentient beings just murdered.
Okay. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. This has been another scene in Darkness in Dublin.